Good morning.
Welcome to WMS News. Check out who is on the news desk this week. That's right, this guy.
There will be a dance tonight sponsored by the cheer team from 6 to 8 p.m. in the cafeteria. The cost for admission is $5.
At this time, we go to Nathan and Sam for sports.
Thanks, Mr. Moo. This week in sports, we will be discussing the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA playoffs, and some basketball action here at WMS.
The NHL Stanley Cup playoffs have now reached the conference finals. In the West, the St. Louis Blues are taking on the San Jose Sharks. In the East, the Pittsburgh Penguins are facing off against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Locally, the Nashville Predators advanced to their furthest point in postseason history, defeating the Anaheim Ducks and narrowly losing to the San Jose Sharks.
In NBA news, the conference finals have just started as well. In the West, the defending champion Golden State Warriors are squaring off against Oklahoma City Thunder.
In the East, the red-hot Cleveland Cavaliers are taking on Canada's only NBA team, the Toronto Raptors.
Tennessee's own Memphis Grizzlies made the playoffs but were swept by the veteran San Antonio Spurs.
Our girls and boys basketball team will be competing in various camps and scrimmages throughout late May and June. We want to wish our teams the best of luck.
On Monday afternoon, last year's basketball teams took on members of our staff faculty, but both games were quite entertaining, with members of our staff faculty winning both games.
That's all for sports this week. Now back to Mr. Moon.
Thank you there, boys. I'm looking forward to seeing who wins it all in the NHL and the NBA playoffs. It should be good. Our field day will be held on Monday due to lovely rainy weather on Friday. This day promises to be a fun one with various events ongoing throughout the day. Be sure to bring money for concessions as well, because I know I sure will.
We now go to weather with Ethan and Jacob.
Thanks, guys. Today, we'll have a high of 71 and a low of 59 with a 100% chance of rain. Saturday, we'll have a high of 73 and a low of 55 with a 50% chance of rain. Sunday, we'll have a high of 77 and a low of 54 with a 10% chance of rain.
As for the summer, there is an expected cold front that will be way colder than the average summer temps. As far as rain goes, our information is foggy. Okay, never mind. We just don't know if it will rain or not, but all in the summer should be very sunny and very beautiful. Now back to more news.
Thank you there, fellers. I sure hope we enjoy some great weather for summer vacation. Mr. May needs it for the golf course.
Final exams will be held next Wednesday and Thursday. Be sure to study and ace those tests.
That's right. Our last day of school will be next Thursday. I know many of you are probably devastated by this news, but who am I kidding? Hallelujah!
At this time, we go to Nate for dates in history.
Thanks, Mr. Marilyn Hunter. In 1932, on May 20th, the song Three Little Fishies hit #1. I don't know the song, but I guess that's pretty good. Also, in May 18th, 1951, a U.S. general known as General Collins predicted the use of an atomic bomb in Korea. Thankfully, this guy was wrong. That's all for this week. Now back to the guys for more news.
Thank you, Nate. As summer quickly approaches, we need to give a shout out to those people that will be celebrating birthdays. Stay tuned for students and faculty celebrating in June.
I am sure glad we didn't have to say all those names. What about you? Yeah. At this time, we go to Callie with Tricky Trivia.
Thanks, guys. Last week's questions were, what is light as a feather, but even the strongest man can't hold it for no longer than a minute? The answer is his breath. What goes up and down, but stays in the same place? Stairs is the answer. This week's questions are, number 1, how did a tree get on the internet? Number 2, is an old $100 bill worth more than a newer one? Take some time to answer these questions. These answers will never be revealed since this is our last time. Goodbye.
Thanks for leaving us all hanging there, Callie. Try not to spend all summer thinking about those. I know I sure won't.
Yeah, me either.
Only a few more days until my brain goes on autopilot. Yeah!
Hey, I like my brain being on autopilot as well, come to think of it.
We now go to Jayla for strangest places.
Thanks, guys. Today we travel to the beautiful tropical island of Bora Bora. Bora Bora is located in the Pacific Ocean in the Leeward Islands, 167 miles northwest of Tahiti. Bora Bora is thought to be the first island in Polynesia. The last ruler was a woman named Mavarva who reigned until 1888 when the island became part of the French Polynesia. Its mountainous massif is surrounded by a lagoon of coral reefs, earning the name Pearl of the Pacific. Its crystal clear sea, fine white sand beaches, and coral reefs are great for tourists and divers. The average temperature of the island is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and the average temperature of the sea is 78 to 79 degrees Fahrenheit, great for divers to explore the sea for hours. Another advantage is that the rainfall occurs only from December to March. Now that sounds like a place I could spend my summer vacation. That's all for this week. Now back to the news.
Thank you for that report, Taylor. That sounds like a wonderful place to go to meet. I'm here, better yet. See ya.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay classy, Westmoreland.